since I done one of these. But figured I'd try to get one in this morning. It's sorry y'all. Been a long week. Finally got to take my son to the orthopedics, so no surgery, thank goodness. They said that it should heal just fine. He's got to go back in 2 weeks and have another x-ray just to make sure that it is healing. But the doctor we seen is the same doctor that did my surgery on my leg when I crushed it. So he's a very good doctor. So he said that it should heal fine. They did give him a different wrap to kind of hold it more still, because he's been moving it quite a bit, so and it's been popping, so they don't want him to do that. But yeah, they said it should heal just fine, so thank goodness. No surgery. He said that we could do surgery if we wanted to, if he needed it to heal faster for any reason, like a sport, but we're not going to do that. I don't want to put him under unless it's absolutely necessary. So no surgery, thank goodness. And my husband went and seen his doctor. He's got to go in a couple weeks and go get 4 injections in his back for the disc. I'm not sure exactly what kind of injections they are. He's electing not to do surgery. Also, we're going to try and let this, they said that it can go away on its own. Of course, it'll come back because it's a herniated disc, but these shots are supposed to be, make it go away quicker, because it is something that can heal, and then, you know, of course, it comes back, but with physical therapy and medication, it'll go away for a while. So we're going to do that, because we all know the horror stories of back surgery, and he's too young to do that. So we're gonna do that. So that's what's been going on. But other than that, everything else is great. This van I'm driving is amazing. I love it. Yeah, work's going good. Life's good. The new goats are doing great. The older goats are starting to leave them alone finally. So everything's going pretty good. Pretty good right now. Hope everything's going good for everybody else. It's a little rain, not raining right now, but it has been raining today. It's cloudy. There's a chance of rain today, so it's not going to be as warm as it has been the last couple days, but it's still beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. But yeah, so that's how everything played out with that. I'm so glad my son does not have to have surgery, because he was very nervous about it. He had one procedure when he was younger where he had to be put under, because he had to have a PICC line in his arm. That's a whole other story. But he had to have a PICC line put in his arm, and he doesn't remember. He was a year old, and so he's never really had anything serious done to himself, so he was really nervous about it. So I'm glad for him that he doesn't have to go through that. So yeah. But, I did have a little story, because I don't think I've told you guys this, or maybe I have. If I have, I'm sorry, I'm going to tell it again. But I grew up in, well, I'm going to say I grew up in Nashville, but I didn't grow up in Nashville. I lived in Nashville till I was 6 years old. Then we moved to Pegram, to Pond Creek Road. But we lived on a street called Ivy Street in Nashville. It's right by Charlotte Park in Nashville, West Nashville. And we lived in this little pink house, and it was a tiny little house. And I went through there not too long ago, and the house is gone. They built all these homes that are just these straight up and down Cracker Jack box houses, and it's just not the same. West Nashville has completely changed. But anyway, so we lived in this little pink house, and my daddy was outside one day. I don't remember this, but my dad's told me the story several times, and that's my memory, is him telling me. But we lived in this little house, and a spider monkey actually walked up into the yard, y'all. A spider monkey. And my dad got it. I guess it was somebody's pet. Sorry, y'all, dropped my phone again. But it was actually, I guess, somebody's pet. And it had walked up into the yard, and my dad got it. And we kept it because, I mean, hey, a monkey walked up in our yard. I'm going to keep it. But yeah, we kept it, and we kept it for a long time. Well, not a long time. We had it for a while. And so the story I was told is that the way it passed away was it got an infection because it burned its tail on our wood stove. So the only wood stove I remember us having was on Pond Creek Road, because when we moved down there, we had no lights, no running water. Our house was just a shell that we lived in. It had walls, had no inside walls, had outside walls and windows, a wood floor roof, no inside walls, no electricity, no running water. So we had a wood stove, and that's the only wood stove I remember having. So I'm assuming, I can only assume that we took it down there with us, but it burned its tail on a wood stove and got an infection, and that's how it passed away. But yeah, we had a spider monkey, guys. Literally just walked up into our yard in Nashville, and we kept it. So I had a monkey at one time. Don't remember it. I just have that memory because it was implanted in my head because of my dad. But yeah, so yeah, there's that. And then we had a emu, or not an emu. We had a cousin to an emu, which is a rhea. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's R-H-E-A. And it's a little smaller than an emu. But my dad was working in Brentwood, I think, painting a house, and in the subdivision that no one lived in. It was all new houses going up. And this big bird runs down the road. And him and the workers look at it, and they're like, oh my gosh, where did this bird come from? You know, this big, like, prehistoric looking bird runs down the road. And my dad's like, I want that, you know, because my dad was a lover of animals. That's where I get it from. And so he sees it go down the road, and his worker's like, well, I can catch it, you know. So they run after this huge bird, and they catch it, and they put it in the back of his van, and he brings it home. So we had that bird. Y'all, I grew up poor, like I've told y'all, but we always had animals. And I know you're like, a lot of people are like, well, if you had animals, then you weren't poor. We were. We fed our animals scraps. Our dogs ate scraps. Our cat, if we had cats, they ate scraps. It's, you know, chickens can eat bugs and grass off the land. So, like, we didn't go out of the way to, like, my animals now, they're spoiled, y'all. My kitchen's full of food, and my animals are spoiled. I buy them food, I buy them treats. They're spoiled. My dogs are spoiled, my goats are spoiled, my cats are spoiled. But my kids are also spoiled. But we didn't have anything. And our animals, our dogs ate scraps. You know, our cats ate scraps. What we ate, they ate. You know, we didn't have a lot, they didn't have a lot. But that's just how it worked. And we loved our animals, and they were healthy, and we were healthy. We were fine. Nobody had a lot back then, you know, and that didn't mean you couldn't have a pet, because we did. But yeah, that's, we had a monkey, and we had a rhea, which is a cousin to an ostrich and a, emu. So good times, guys, good times. Funny little story. Not everybody has a monkey, but yeah, we had one for a minute. So I would love to have a monkey now. That would be fun. But they're so expensive now. And we got one for free. So there you go. Y'all have a good day. Love you guys.